When going to a rally, make sure you have your signs ready. Now, last time for the first Women's March, I used this sign, "Women make the world go round." And you want a revolution, I want a revelation is a good message. It comes from the Hamilton musical. But today, we're talking about the Los Angeles resistance. Another thing you can do is you can go with one sign prepared and bring a Sharpie with you so that when you get to the rally and you see what people are rallying for, you can create a sign on the fly. What I've done is I've used one of those Swiffer handles. You can put it down, you can adjust it so it's easier to carry. Then, when you're at a march and you need your sign held high, you can simply raise it up by pushing this level, leaving it up, and then sliding it up. So if you're in a big group of people, you can hold it quite high, and I could even get it higher than this if I wanted. So make your sign. I'd recommend that when you get involved in the resistance, you go pick up some good, big, thick pens, because filling in the letters is always the time-consuming part. This is how the sign is coming. Once you finish your new sign for the day's rally, you go back and you can see that though I used this sign at the first Women's March, I've been using this sign to get Dianne Feinstein to host a town hall. So I taped this one on, I untaped this one. Now, you get your blue painter's tape, and you just take your tape, and you tape it on, like so. Then you tape this side. This new message, which is Resist in LA, the coalition of Los Angeles citizens who want to slow down Trump's agenda. So he's mobilized. And then we still have access to this old sign. I've got to go find some red clothes in my closet. This is red. I can wear this Taylor Swift red shirt. Oh, this dress has some red on it. Maybe I'll wear the red with the red shirt on top. I could wear it, and it even has a little sunshade. Okay, and then we've got it. Before you leave, you want to make sure you have a fanny pack. In there you can put a Sharpie and maybe some food. You can put some money for parking and maybe even a credit card or your ID. You can even stick some water in here because you're going to need all your hands, and believe me, that will all fit. And then get in the car and go.
A nut.
All right, hi Katie. I've got my friend. Are you ready for the march?
Sunscreen is very important, especially in Southern California.
A beautiful tip. Next, figure out the best way to get to your rally destination by using modern technological applications like Google Maps. Okay.
In 2.8 miles, take exit 13B on the left to merge onto CA 110 north toward Pasadena.
Well, that will take us to City Hall. Now we enter Los Angeles International Women's Day Rally. Just getting started.
Decades of neoliberalism directed towards working women, women of color, Native women, disabled women, immigrant women.
Mama told me when I was young, we're all superstars. She rolled my hair with my lipstick on, in a glass of her garage.
There's shade, lots and lots of people. There's food trucks.
Resist in LA!
This has been an incredibly positive rally. We've got lots of people. The police are across the street keeping an eye on things, making sure that we're safe. People are dressed in red to show solidarity. They've come out with signs. We've been here for about an hour and a half. This is a reminder that to go to a protest or a rally, you don't need to go for the whole day. You can go for an hour or two, see what's going on, meet some people, and then go home and take care of the business you need to take care of. This is Resist in LA. Peace.
Resist in LA.
It is International Women's Day, and in cities across the country, demonstrators mark the occasion by holding a day without women rallies. About 2,000 people showed up to a rally at Grand Park in downtown Los Angeles today. Like demonstrators in other cities, women were asked to leave work, wear red, and avoid spending money. And he said the time feels right for women to take a stand.
It was called a Day Without a Woman, a demonstration for women's rights that took place around the country in many forms today, on the job, in schools, and on the streets. NBC's Ann Thompson has been following it all and has this report.
Clad in red, women skipped work and shopping to demonstrate their economic clout, a $21 billion contribution each day. Demanding equal pay, protection of reproductive rights, and better job opportunities. Do you think this day will change anything?
I think so. I think seeing the amount of people and what we want to change, you can't ignore this.
Hit hard the nation's schools, where women make up 76% of teachers. No classes today in districts in Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina, angering some parents.
I didn't get the chance to take the day off. Why should they?
Symbols spoke volumes. A statue of a little girl now facing down Wall Street's famous bull.
You see her changing, perceptions and stereotypes.
Though much smaller than January's Women's March, its target's still the same: President Trump. What do you hope for your daughter?
I hope that she doesn't have to march for her rights.
A day without women with much work left to do. Ann Thompson, NBC News, New York.
I hope this video has inspired you to get involved with the resistance. So many of us are isolated at home with our computers. There's so much power when you get out there with the people. And then when you see the effects of it on the press and you see that the administration and the country and the world is watching, it's quite motivating. So get out and do whatever you can do. This is the time in 2017 to be more active politically than we ever have in our lifetimes. Let's go. Resist in LA.